Good morning, everybody. You know, I was going to wait a few more minutes, but if Mayor McCormick hocks me any more about, moving this thing along, I don't want to get on his bad side because I love him. Welcome to the ribbon cutting ceremony for the opening of the Marian and Norman Tanzman Center for LifeLong Living at the JCC, for the opening of the new Temple Emmanuel of Edison, and this wonderful expansion of our community campus. Before I get into the actual program, I'm going to do something, and I know she's going to kill me. But I'm sorry, I have to do it because I love her dearly. Happy birthday to my daughter, Jamie. Sorry, Skip, I had to do it. I will hear about that later tonight. But it is a privilege, and honestly, it is a relief to welcome you here today to the JCC of Middlesex County, to our community campus, the home of the Metuchen Edison Woodbridge South Amboy YMCA, the JCC, and now the permanent home of Temple Emmanuel of Edison. So for those of you who have been with us on two prior occasions associated with this project, I trust that you will agree that this is the best weather we've had. And I don't have to hear from Senator Deignan about how he's too hot or too cold. But how appropriate it is, frankly, that we gather as the sun shines down on us, and it shines on this community and this place as we welcome this incredible new facility. Before anybody else, I want to thank our first responders. I want to thank the members of the Edison Township Fire Department, the Edison Township Police Department, not only for their service and being here today, but for their tireless effort to keep this community safe and secure. Thank you, and we appreciate it more than you know. Also, to my Senior Development Officer, Talia Tor, to my friend, Dana Scheckman, the Executive Director of Temple Emmanuel, and all who worked collaboratively to create this day, thank you, Yasha Koach, and we are truly appreciative, and we are truly blessed. We live in a challenging time. As a Jewish community, we are living with anti-Semitism at its highest levels since the Holocaust. At home, we face communities of volatility and tension among our neighbors. In many respects, this place, what we hope to have created, is the best representation of the community and the world that we all seek to live within. A place that is home to organizations and missions that are focused on improving the lives of all who enter our doors. And now, as a function of our responsibility, we did not simply build a building. We created opportunity. The building is a tool, it's a mechanism for us to have created and delivered more ways to serve more people and to enrich more lives. And all of you have played a part in that. So thank you to all of you. I welcome you to a time that is equally exciting and transformative. And while some, or many, thought this moment would never come, including some closest to me, even as the plans became more real, Those of us who have been part of the JCC, part of Temple Emmanuel, and part of this community for many years knew that what we were doing was good, it was right, and it was important to the thousands of people that we serve every day. So welcome as we cut the ribbon for the new Marian and Norman Tanzman Center for Lifelong Living, the new home of Temple Emmanuel, and the expanded, and lest I say new, community campus. I would like to thank and acknowledge a number of public officials, and I'll do this quickly before they take me away. A number of public officials who are here today showing their support. I tell you that your presence here is incredibly meaningful to us. The support that our government and our public officials provide cannot be overstated, not only for the support itself in a vacuum, but for what public support, government support means to nonprofit organizations that are looking to fill gaps in the provision of programs and services for the communities that we all serve. What is even more wonderful is that we can truly say that these individuals are not only our public servants, they are not only our representatives, they are actually our friends, and we value that friendship. Senator Deignan, Assemblyman Karabinchak, Middlesex County Commissioner Charlie Tamaro, the mayors of Metuchen, John Bush, I know John's here. Where's John? John Bush, the mayor of Woodbridge, John McCormick. Is Mayor Foster here yet? Yes. Oh, there she is. The mayor of Highland Park, Elsie Foster. Welcome, Mayor. Robert Deal, Chief of Staff for Edison Mayor Sam Joshi. And I always say this, the longest serving councilman in the history of Edison Township, only because I actually know how old he is. The members of the Edison Township Municipal Council who are with us today. I know that the council president, Margot Harris, is here. I know Councilman Joe Coyle is here. I haven't seen anybody else, but I won't say their names in case I miss them. Also, I want to acknowledge the superintendent and assistant superintendent of schools for Edison Township, with whom we are developing more and more really important and impactful initiatives. Superintendent Dr. Ed Aldarelli, Assistant Superintendent Tom Toohey, Joe Romano of the Edison Board of Education. Joe, thank you. Good to see you. Allow me also, I don't know if he's here actually. Is Tom here?
He's on his way.
He's on his way, okay. So we'll come back to Tom Lanke, but I want to acknowledge and thank John Fitzgerald, President and CEO of Magyar Bank, and John Reisner, Vice President. They have been true partners with the JCC, not only on this project, but in all of our mission work. We are so blessed to have their friendship, their partnership and collaboration. So John, thank you so much. Truly appreciate it. I must acknowledge for their expertise, their guidance, their creativity and partnership, the builders of this incredible new facility, Old Forge Builders. Where is Nick Pape? Nick Pape, Chief Operating Officer, Tyler Parent, Ed Fletcher, who has truly had enough of us. Is Ed here? There he is. And Ed actually changed his shirt and shaved for the occasion. Thank you, Ed. An unbelievable group of individuals, incredible skill, and frankly, incredible patience. So thank you, all of you from Old Forge. Our creative team, our design team, led by Anthony Guzzo of Guzzo Architects. I know Anthony's here. Bridget's here. Where are they? There they are. Anthony, it's been a long run, buddy. It's been a long run. Kevin Kelly and all of the experts at Langen Engineering. Also, it's been a long run, Kevin, right? Edan Levin, our rep, our construction manager. Where is Edan? I know he's. Thank you for everything, and again for your patience as well. And an incredible group of trades and subcontractors who have done, I hope you will see and agree, a wonderful job in creating something truly special and truly useful and impactful. I also want to recognize our partners from our collaborative and partnership agency, the Jewish Federation in the heart of New Jersey. Marcia Schwartz, president of the board, a longtime friend, longtime Edison Township school teacher. Susan Antman, executive director. Also, I see Laura Safran, director of community impact. Audrey Napshin, resource development director. Thank you all, and thank you for the continued partnership and friendship. Thank you to the leadership of our collaborative Jewish communal partner, Congregation Neve Shalom. Rabbi Gadan, thank you for becoming a wonderful part of our community, for your support, for your kind words. I think I saw Ira Grubman, the new president of the synagogue. Ira, wonderful to see you. And let me acknowledge our original partners in this, I think, continuing extraordinary collaboration between the JCC and the YMCA. The representatives are true friends and collaborative partners from the Metuchen Edison Woodbridge South Amboy YMCA. Kyle Stroman, their vice president of operations. Christine Tolley, the Edison branch director of operations. This continues to be a historic collaboration, one that represents and strengthens what is a shared community, and one that continuously reminds us that both our diversity is wonderful, but so is our commonality. As the president and CEO of the JCC, I have been overwhelmed over the past several years by pretty much everything, but I've been overwhelmed by the positive response and support of this project from the early stages of our campaign. And I thank all of you that are here and that have provided support for this effort. All of your support is appreciated. As we always said, as Barbara and I always said, support that is meaningful to you is meaningful to us. But I would like, as is important, to acknowledge some of the individuals and organizations and institutions who provided major support for us and who truly spearheaded our opportunity and our ability to grab the opportunity to move forward with this project. First and foremost, that is the Marian and Norman Tanzman Charitable Foundation, led by Jeff Shine of blessed memory, Roy Tanzman. Their support and guidance helped propel the JCC to this moment. And not only did the foundation provide philanthropic support, but their leaders have given us trust and confidence and their unwavering friendship. The state of New Jersey, the county of Middlesex, true partners in this project, recognizing the impact that it will have on the greater community. We are fortunate in this community to have incredible corporate and business partners who understand and recognize their responsibility as corporate citizens. First, Federal Business Centers and the Vishelia family. My friend Nicole Vishelia Rogers, where's Nicole? She's hiding somewhere. Yeah, she's always in the, yeah. Thank you, not only for your support, but for your friendship and for being an ear for me to scream at from time to time. Lyondell Bissell, our friends Dan Feemster and Megan Borchers, who came all the way from Illinois to be here today. Optimum, Mike D'Alessandro, Larissa Perlovsky, your friendship, your support, your actual physical support through this project, cannot thank you enough. Nandensons International and the Gupta family, they couldn't be here today, but I have to acknowledge them. They're wonderful people. Tammy and Brian Targovnik. I think I saw Gary Taffet walk in. Acrisure and my friend of 50 some odd years, something like that, even though you're much younger than I am. And Cheryl Stanley and Mike Iannacone, thank you. Joan Ellen, I know Joan couldn't be here today, right? Oh, Joan's here? Terrific. Joan, thank you for all of your support. Abby Eisner and Steve Baumgarten. Is Abby, are they here? Okay, Abby, thank you. Karen and Jeff Deichman, Judy and Abe Rosenstein, Maria Seisel, Barry Ellen. I thought I saw Barry walk in. Thank you. Nancy and Sandy Braverman, Deborah Bitterman. I see Deborah up front here. Karen and Howie Zuckerman, Sue and Alan Harwitz, and Barbara and Elliot Spack. Thank you all for not only your tremendous philanthropic support, but all of you for your continued confidence and understanding of the importance of this project. And thank you to all of you. We have done this for you, and we have been able to do this because of you. Know that all of you out there who have supported this project are appreciated, and it is my hope that you will enjoy the fruits of your respective labor. So, because you're probably tired of hearing from me, let me introduce a few individuals to say a few words. First, let me call upon the leaders of some of our local communities. The work of the JCC, of the synagogue, of the YMCA stretches far beyond Edison Township. Its impact is vital throughout communities in this entire area. And I am honored to call upon three of our great communal leaders. So let me introduce the Honorable John McCormick, Mayor of Woodbridge, the Honorable Elsie Foster, Mayor of Highland Park, and the Honorable Jonathan Bush, Mayor of Metuchen. Additionally, let me call up the Chief of Staff for Mayor Joshi, Robert Deal.
How are you? Thank you very much, Adam. It's a pleasure to be here. We go way back with Adam from his time in Woodbridge. I go back with his dad, Terry, who was a planning board chairman in town all through the 90s. Wonderful person. Priscilla, his mom, was a teacher in school. Fantastic family. So thank you. It's a pleasure to be here and be introduced by you. So this morning when I checked my schedule, I saw this on the schedule. I knew it was there because I heard about it earlier. But I wondered, why am I invited? Why would a guy from Woodbridge be invited to an event at a Jewish community center in Edison? I didn't know anything about it. So I turned to my almost 30-year best friend, Carol Ehrlich, who's Jewish, and I said, Carol, why am I invited to this? And she says, I don't know. So I turned to my Jewish secretary, Pam Lukes. I said, Pam, why am I invited to this? And she said, I don't know. But she dug out the invitation, and the invitation said that it's being dedicated to Tanzmans. That made perfect sense because Norman Tanzman was Woodbridge. He was a senator in town for many, many years, an assemblyman in town for many, many years, an iconic person. I go back to the history of Woodbridge, and from the 60s, all through the 60s, everything seems to have Norman Tanzman's name on it. We have a mural of the town, the history of the town in the community center. And the only person who's got a picture besides George Washington, who traveled through Woodbridge in the 1700s, the only other person is Norman Tanzman. So that's pretty good honor. But I want to also mention that we beat you to dedicating something to Norman Tanzman and Marian Tanzman because we have Tanzman Park. Now, it's only a half an acre. It's got a few picnic tables. It's got a few swing sets. It's nothing like this. You outdid us. I respect that. I understand that. We have a rivalry with Edison, although we're in Edison and the mayor of Edison's not here. The guy from Woodbridge is here. So, Mr. Deal, please tell Mayor Joshi that I'm upset that I upstaged him once again. And Woodbridge beat Edison once again. But it's a pleasure to be here. This is a difficult time for your community. Let's face it. Every day you read the paper, things are crazy in the world. So the fact that everybody can come together to celebrate and to, as Mr. Glynn said, as Adam said, bring a place where everybody can come and enjoy and pray and be together, I think it's wonderful. I met your two leaders. I met your rabbi, who's from Woodbridge. I met your president, who's from Woodbridge. So if you ever had to know more about the partnership between Woodbridge and Edison, we kid each other. We joke about being competitors. We're not really. They're just not in our class. But you can't call somebody a rival when you always beat them. A rival is the Yankees and the Red Sox. Sometimes one wins, sometimes the other wins. But on a serious note, we love Edison. I really have a great relationship with Mayor Joshi, had a great relationship with Mayor Lanke, and I'm really proud to be here representing Woodbridge at this event. So congratulations.
Good morning, everyone. This is tough to compete with. After all of that, everything is in Woodbridge. Woodbridge this, Woodbridge that. Woo. And the little tiny town of Highland Park, small town with a huge heart. Guess where the Tanzman worship? They worship in Highland Park. So the small town with a huge heart has a Tanzman family in their heart because they worship in Highland Park. And they provide tons of resources in Middlesex County, but they also build and do development in my town of Highland Park. So this is wonderful. I'm happy that I'm here because at the end of the day, when we're all stressed, overworked, tired, and burdened with the cares, and there's so many cares of the world right now, we need a community center where families can get together. Families can reunite, they can recharge. And it's a place of comfort where you can be around people who sometimes have the same views. But the most important part is that when you get into a community center such as this, which is needed, and they're a lot more needed because we need a lot more peace around the world. This is a place where families and friends can come together and recharge, rejuvenate, and have, I want to say, a place where the world is quiet. If it's only for a minute. This is wonderful. As I said, we need more of these centers. This is one of the best things that I've been to all year. So congratulations, all the best. Thank you.
But what percentage of the synagogue's members are from Metuchen? That's the question I have. I'm Jonathan Bush. I'm the mayor of the borough of Metuchen. It's wonderful being here. Shana Tova to everyone. Blessing to, begin a new year, opening such an important, iconic institution. My family's been part of this congregation for many years. My wife Kathy's standing in the back. And, together as a community, we made this commitment to move. And no decision, especially in a synagogue, is easy. Lots of debate, lots of discussion, lots of contemplation. But because of the leaders of this congregation, because of the leadership of the JCC and people like Adam, this process, which wasn't always easy, worked. And, without a permanent home for these last 3 years, it's been a bit disorienting for everyone. Let's face it. I mean, in my personal example, my son's bar mitzvah was even held off campus. Meaningful, wonderful, but disorienting at times, and a reminder of what we were missing, at least for my family. And so, Rosh Hashanah is about fresh starts. It's about reflecting, it's about resetting, it's about beginning a new year. And how fitting is it to open a new facility to begin 5786? And this building is far more than bricks and mortar. It's a promise kept, it's a dream fulfilled for so many people who work so hard. It's a foundation for the future. Think about how many synagogues you've been to, how many churches you've been to, how many mosques you've been to. And have you ever had the opportunity to be part of the beginning of any of them? Think about that. So all of us sitting here, all of us standing here are in that moment. On Rosh Hashanah, we have the shofar, and I'm hoping that we get a chance to hear the shofar as part of this presentation, and it's not just sitting on that table. But the shofar is the great wake-up call for all of us. It stirs us to return, to reconnect, to rise to the occasion. And, this synagogue is kind of its shofar in and of itself. It's calling us to gather, to pray, to learn, to come together, as Mayor Foster said, especially in these uncertain times. The sound of the shofar reminds us that we are not alone. The long road that brought us here, at last, we have a true home. Now, the only thing left to argue over is the temperature on the thermostat. Anyway, Shana Tova, everyone. Welcome. Congratulations, Mazel Tov.
Good morning. It is nice to see so many people here today on what is a beautiful day, a beautiful late summer day. We talked about the other times we were here together, a little challenging weather-wise, but it couldn't be more spectacular than today. I'm Bob Deal. I'm the mayor's chief of staff here in Edison. And on behalf of our mayor, I want to express his congratulations and his appreciation for what is happening here today. He regrets not being here, but our mayor currently is in India. He is with our governor, Phil Murphy. They have a small state delegation that is exploring business opportunities, economic opportunities for our towns, our cities, and the state of New Jersey. So our mayor Sam Joshi regrets being here. And I know that because he was also one of the early proponents of this. He has supported this project from the beginning, and I know he'd be very proud to be here today. That leaves me here today to represent Edison, and I'm proud of that. I will, Mayor McCormick, share your comments with our mayor that took place today here in Edison. I also want to point out our former Mayor Tom Lanke is in the audience. Wonderful working with Tom for many years. Good to see you, Mayor. I'm excited about being here. I appreciate the opportunity to be here today because, quite frankly, I have a long history here in Edison. My family moved in 1957. My wife and I lived just a couple blocks over. We've lived in the same house for 40 years. And I say that because I have firsthand, I've seen all the progress here at this site over many, many years. I remember when this building was built in the early 80s. I remember the partnership with the YMCA 20 years later. And that brings us to today to celebrate this wonderful day because we are talking about the benefits and the services and the activities that this complex will give us. I also want to share a personal observation that is no secret to the people here today. And that is the importance of Adam Glynn throughout all of this. I've known Adam for many years, and I know that when I look at the evolution of what we just talked about or what I just shared, Adam has been at the center of every bit of that. He is the glue. He is the constant. In my mind, he's the MVP. His perseverance, his stick-to-itiveness, his manner in the way he deals with people. You can just see it today, how he deals with all of us, right? It's wonderful. And I say this, the mark of a professional is consistency. Consistency is the mark of a professional. And Adam Glynn is the consummate professional administrator. He really is. I'd like to give him a hand. 250 years ago, right up the road, the British came up through what is now Woodbridge to a battle, Revolutionary War battle on the corner. It was the Battle of Short Hills. It was the mission of the British to capture George Washington. That was their mission. They left Staten Island at 4 in the morning, came across, marched up right up this road, right up to the corner. They were unsuccessful in that attempt. Now, historians will tell you that had George Washington been captured, the resistance, the American resistance, would have failed. That's the importance of George Washington. If it weren't for Adam Glynn, we wouldn't be here today. Thank you very much.
First of all, it was not my intention to create a municipal feud between Woodbridge, Edison, Highland Park, and Metuchen. I guess I too am compelled to share Mayor McCormick's words with Mayor Joshi when he returns. Although, you know, I have dual loyalty, John, because you and I go much further back. And Carol will kill me if I say anything bad about you or Woodbridge, my real home, my kindred home. But thank you all. And Bob, I don't know what to say other than the fact that you allowed me to write your speech was really special to me. So thank you for that. And may he rest in peace. My father would be very proud of you. So, yeah. Thank you all. We are fortunate to have many true friends in positions of leadership in our community, and really none more so than the next two gentlemen that I'd like to call up, the Honorable Senator Patrick Duignan and the Honorable Assemblyman Robert Karabinchak.
It's such an honor to be introduced by such a good-looking man. Private joke, private joke. And incidentally, to the three of you that weren't introduced, my apologies. You know, when I was sitting, obviously, I don't want to repeat what everybody else has said. These are really distressing times that we live in. And it's such a celebration to be here today. You know the old expression, rather than rail against the darkness, light a candle. Today, this is the embodiment of lighting a candle. This is what the United States of America is all about. Respecting others' religions, respecting others' point of view, embracing it, celebrating it. And it's just an honor to be here today. And I know we joke all the time, but Adam is the embodiment of a special person, embodiment who always is there for everybody else and never takes credit as he should. Thank you, Adam, for all you do.
Thank you, everyone. It's an absolute honor to be here today. I'm one of the lucky ones. I've lived in Edison for my whole entire life. I guess the mayor left from Woodbridge, but that's okay. He's a great friend. I've had the opportunity to work with Adam and all of the other executives from the JCC for many, many years. And from the deepest part of my heart, it is an honor to be here, to be cutting this ribbon on this beautiful facility. As Bob said, we've had the opportunity to see this whole campus change in all of the years. And the whole premise here was to help the community, to bring people together, to bring families, their children, their neighbors, anyone who needed anything, this was the place to come to find comfort. I don't think there's anything that could be said that's better than that. Family, friends, respect, civility, that's what this stands for. Regardless of what the world is doing, this takes the lead. This is the model that everybody should follow. Everyone here helps each other. Just look at all the different towns. Look around and look at all the different people who've somehow contributed to this great addition here and all the other additions. Whether it was a conversation with somebody, whether it was financial help, whether it was just helping to move something here with your hands. Every single person here and everyone that's not here should be thanked. And everyone here should be absolutely proud of today and what they stand for. Thank you. This what makes humanity, civility, respect, and all of us together as one. And thank you so much. I can't wait to cut the ribbon, Adam. And George Washington, I don't think it gets better than that.
Is my wife here? Liz, you here? Okay. You're hearing some of these words, right?
You forgot to introduce your wife.
I didn't introduce my wife. Yeah, she's not that type. She doesn't. Our next speaker is particularly special. She has been a leader, a supporter, an advocate, an ambassador for the JCC and its mission for more than 30 years. The JCC is better for her leadership. The JCC during this project has been led with dignity by a true Eshet Chayil, a true woman of valor. And I'm thrilled to introduce the now former chair of the board of the JCC of Middlesex County, Barbara Mulgeier.
Wow. Wow. Welcome to everyone. Good morning, and thank you so much for being with us here today. I'm overwhelmed. I'm overwhelmed. This is just such a wonderful feeling. This has been, wow, something we've thought about for a really long time. I am so excited to celebrate the opening of our new building with all of you. Welcome to the new expanded home, space, walls, and we welcome Temple Emmanuel. Our building will be called the Marian and Norman Tanzman Center for Lifelong Living. I am delighted to stand before you today at this wonderful time in the history of the JCC. The feelings that fill my heart are beyond words. I feel like the luckiest because I have been a part of this project from its inception. We gather here today with excitement as we cut the ribbon and enter the doors of our new expanded JCC and the new home of Temple Emmanuel. The meaning of ribbon cutting is moving from written plans to life. We will all bring our new expanded building to life very shortly when we walk through the doors of our new building, the Marian and Norman Tanzman Center for Lifelong Living. We have assembled here before. I will say the same thing that has been said twice before. We've assembled here on this site twice before. The first time it was so hot, hot, hot. And the next time it was so cold, cold, cold. It was frigid. And this time, Mother Nature listened and made the temperature just right. It has been a little over 8 years ago when I became the chairwoman of the board of directors of the JCC. And it was a thought. And the thought turned into a discussion. And with this discussion came more thoughts. We wanted to develop new programs, but there weren't any empty rooms to use. Our preschool was growing, and we needed more classrooms. We also wanted program space on the first floor for our adult programs. Also, you always need more storage space. Now, our discussions about doing a renovation became more serious, and we started making plans. We chose an architect, and we sat with him for hours and hours and hours. And we talked about all our needs and our wants that we wanted to have in our new space. The plans turned into drawings, and the drawings into excitement. And the excitement started that we were going to expand our walls. The drawings then became blueprints, and everybody knows the process goes on and on. After hours and hours of meeting with the architect, the engineers, the lawyers, the bankers, the township, the project manager, the contractor, and our wonderful construction committee, and everyone else involved in this project, I would like to say from the deepest part of my heart, thank you for all your time and energies in helping to make the Marian and Norman Tanzman Center for Lifelong Living really happen. It is because of all of you that we were able to build our building. It certainly took many people and very thoughtful minds to erect our expansion. Today, we have our expansion of the JCC, the Marian and Norman Tanzman Center for Lifelong Living. I would like to thank all of our donors for supporting the JCC and helping to make all of our dreams a reality. We can now offer all the new programs and preschool and all the different thoughts a reality and to our membership and our community. Next, I would like to thank all of the staff of the JCC for being real team players. You all are wonderful. I know there were some very challenging days for you, days when you came to work and you didn't know where your desk would be or if you had a desk and where all your belongings went. I promise you all those days are over. Bob Lipschitz, the new chairman of the board of the JCC, welcome to your new expanded JCC home, the Marian and Norman Tanzman Center for Lifelong Living. Thank you to Lori Post, Facilities Director and Adam's right hand, sometimes the left also. Thank you for all your dedication and thoughtfulness in everything you do for the JCC and your help in building the building. And thank you for always being my friend. And now, I would like to give my deepest thanks to Adam Glynn. First, I'll say to Alyssa, his wife, thanks for letting us have him. Without you today, Adam, this ribbon couldn't be cut. You put your heart and soul into this project and into everything that you do. Every day revolved around something having to do with the new building. I know it has been a labor of your love, also many headaches. The JCC is new and expanded because of all your hard work, time spent, support, caring, and dedicated to our mission. And I am also so happy to call you friend and our relationship and all he has taught me. And Lori and I have learned from you how to have patience and how to build this building. Lastly, I sincerely thank each and every one of you for joining us this morning to witness our ribbon cutting of our new building, the Marian and Norman Tanzman Center for Lifelong Living. And from the JCC, our home, to all of yours, we wish you everything. We wish everyone a very happy, healthy, sweet, peaceful new year. May all of you be inscribed in the book of long life for a good year. May the light of the season be in your heart always. And as I always end all of my letters, be safe and be well. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you, Barbara. The JCC enters this new phase being led by an individual who has dedicated the past 25 years to the work of this community. He and his family have literally grown up here, and I am privileged and thrilled to introduce the new chair of the JCC Board of Directors, Robert Lipschitz.
So my first speech, I guess, as chairman. Thank you. And for those of you who doubted me, yes, see, I do have a suit. So, no t-shirts. First, I'd like to thank everybody for coming today. It is wonderful seeing this turnout. This isn't just a building, it's a testament to what we can achieve when we come together. It's a space for all of us, a space where children can learn, where there will be laughter, knowledge, and kindness. I want to thank everyone who contributed their time, effort, and support to make this dream a reality. Especially, I want to mention my appreciation to Barbara Spack, who handled everything the past 8 years, all the trials and the tribulation, everything that she just handled everything with grace. See, I'm at a loss for words. I wrote things down, and it's just overwhelming. Thank you, Barbara. You were an inspiration, and you're a hard act to follow. So I got my work cut out for me. Thank you. Also, I want to express my appreciation to Barbara Spack and Howard Zuckerman for leading the Capital Fundraising and Development Committee, and also the committee as well, for their hard work. I would also be remiss if I did not thank the JCC staff. And Barbara mentioned this as well. If you had a meeting with a staff member, you had no idea where they were going to be. You'd walk in the building, it was like a scavenger hunt. And if they were at one place one day, a few days later, they were someplace else. So you never knew what office they were going to be in, or if they even had an office. Well, I met with people in the lobby. What are you going to do? But they all handled it well. They were team players. They all came together. And I have to say, and I'm going to say this without doubt, this is the best collection, the best group of people. Their dedication, their kindness, their attitude is just overwhelming, and it's just phenomenal. So thank you so much to the staff here at the JCC. You are really appreciated. Thank you. I also want to express my appreciation, of course, to Adam, our CEO, who held everything together. And I would like to say with dignity and grace, but I really can't say that because I'd be lying. But he has his own style, and he managed to get everything done. It was amazing just to sit back and watch him work. It was very impressive. Thank you, Adam. So, in closing, I would just like to say, let's open these doors and build a brighter future together, because we are a community, and we need to be together as one. Thank you.
This project is an undertaking, as you can imagine, of tremendous magnitude. And its success requires leadership with the same vision and foresight. It needs leaders that have within them a recognition of our mission and the impact that we have on the community. We could not have better leaders and partners than the co-chairs of our capital campaign, who I am even more fortunate and proud to call dear friends, Barbara Spack and Howard Zuckerman. And I'd like to invite Barbara Spack to the podium, please.
Thank you.
When Barbara stood up here and said, wow, each one of you should have come up here just to see the view of everybody who's here today. Wow. Interestingly, people have alluded to the fact that this whole project started 8 years ago. Back in September, October, November, when Adam was the director of development and I was the then vice president, we had conversations. By December 8th, it came to the board in 2016, and we decided that this was an important thing to do. And we did it for the reason that I'm going to share with you. One of the very first things that we created in the paperwork to sell this project says, lifelong living is about Ellen, Sandra, Erwin, and Abe coming to the JCC on a Wednesday morning. Ellen and Sandra join some of their friends for Mahjong. Erwin and Abe meet some of the guys for their weekly men's group discussion. Then they all attend a nosh and knowledge lunch and lecture, followed by an afternoon of more Mahjong for Ellen, a program on mindfulness for Laura, Sandy, and others, bridge for Miriam and other of their friends, and an afternoon film for Erwin, Abe, and their friends. But we couldn't do it anymore because there were so many people joining us, and we needed this. COVID sort of got in the way, but before they did, we established committees. There was the development committee. There was our spokespeople, Senator Patrick Deignan and Assemblyman Karabichik, who were always there for us. There were boomers, there were stewardships, there were marketing communications, creative planning events, financial committee. If you were on one of those committees, from then till now, please stand if you're here, because everyone wants to say thank you to you for all the work you've done. Karen Deichman was a Boomers chair in 2016 and 17, right. And having those volunteers come and be with us and do with us made this experience work. You all gave the money, and for that we are extremely thankful. But the money is only the beginning. It's all of your love and your heart. And I thank all of my colleagues who helped make this happen. My partner, Howie Zuckerman, whom I wouldn't have been able to do it without, because he's one of those guys. Whenever you need him, he's there. Dear Adam, it's been a long haul, and look what we have done. Thank you to all of you for being here today, and thank you for your continued support.
I do want to acknowledge Mayor Lanke, who arrived not that long ago. Tom, he left? Okay. Tell him I acknowledged him. He only gets 2 shots at the deal. I also want to acknowledge a longtime friend of this JCC from even before she was an assemblywoman and now as county clerk, Nancy Pinkin. Thank you for all of your help over many, many years. I'm thrilled that you were here, so thank you. Temple Emmanuel has been an integral part of this community for, I think, about 65 years or so, if my memory is right. And one of the things that has always been special about Temple Emmanuel as a member of the community is their incredible work for the greater community, social action and social justice work, and being an inclusive community. The work in developing and building new facilities, including the new Temple Emmanuel, has been complex and challenging. And we are fortunate, the temple has really incredible professionals led by their executive director, Dana Sheckman, and of course, Rabbi Axe. And now we are truly thrilled to collaborate and honored, frankly, to collaborate with the temple to be part of the next chapter in the life and the work of Temple Emmanuel, continuing with us together to build on this sacred community. We all welcome the new home of Temple Emmanuel as part of our greater community campus, and I'm honored to call upon the spiritual leader of Temple Emmanuel in this community, Rabbi Vicky Axe, the president of the synagogue, Dr. Mark Rappaport, the executive director, Dana Sheckman, and the Temple Emmanuel's leader of this project, their former board president, Michael Lieber. I know Michael's here somewhere.
This is what we like to call a Shehechianu moment, a time of new and exciting beginnings as we celebrate standing here at this grand entranceway to our newly expanded community campus. These past 3.5 years for us have been a challenging time for all, with unexpected adjustments and delays. However, Hinenu, we are here. Here we are. From the epic event to carry the Shirami Torahs to this location, we have felt very close to Moses and the Israelites, wandering in the desert, thirsting for sustenance of a permanent home in the promised land. Well, this is our promised land. This is a home where Temple Emmanuel can continue to offer a caring, welcoming, sacred community, a Jewish home that feels like family and helps people connect with one another through Jewish values and practice, where everyone is embraced with warmth and dignity, where diversity is celebrated, and all people are empowered to participate, to lead, and to flourish, all inspired by the Jewish value of hachnasat orchim, exceptional hospitality. We are deeply grateful to the JCC for providing a temporary home during this time of construction. And now we partner with you to provide a community campus vibrant with Jewish culture and learning and spiritual nourishment. In just 3 days, we will gather in our beautiful new sanctuary for Rosh Hashanah, a day filled with awe and humility. We will intone the profoundly powerful words, Barosh Hashanah Yekatevun, Uviyom Tzom Kippur Yechatemun. On Rosh Hashanah it is written, and on Yom Kippur it is sealed. These words in our prayer book are followed by a litany of all that might happen to us in the year to come. We never know what the year has in store for us, but we do know that this will be a year filled with Shehechianu moments, both at Temple Emmanuel and together with the JCC. A big yasher koach with profound thanks to everyone involved in bringing our dreams to reality. And I say on behalf of Temple Emmanuel, Todah, Todah, Todah. Thank you, thank you, thank you. In a few minutes, we will cut the ribbon, officially opening our new Temple Emmanuel JCC Community YMCA campus, and raise our voices together in a big Shehechianu led by our Shir Emmanuel Choir as we thank God for giving us life, for sustaining us in life, and bringing us to this profoundly glorious day. Shana Tova Umituka, may you all be inscribed in HaSefer HaChaim, in the Book of Life, for good, sweet year. And may the blast of the shofar herald in a year of health and peace for all God's children. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Rabbi. I'm going to go off my speech for a minute because we were hearing from Adam. First of all, Adam, thank you very much for having us here. And I'm going to go off speech because the JCC was talking about we can't find some of our people within the building. But you had a building. We didn't have a building. We haven't had a building in 3.5, almost 4 years. And I've been involved with the mitzvahs that we've had to go all over the place. So we've been truly wandering Jews. And now we have found a home. And this was not built into my speech, but I want to thank, first of all, every member of Temple Emmanuel for dealing with this that we've been working with for the past 4.5 years. So I want to thank you. And I want to thank the original planners that made this collaboration with the JCC. And so I don't have names, but please accept my thanks. And I want to thank the building fund committees that are raising money. I want to thank the collaboration committees. I want to thank the celebration committees. And I want to thank the ritual committees, because we've had to try to figure out how we were going to make this work and how we had to make it work for the past 4 years. And I also want to thank Neve Shalom, a tremendous heartfelt thank for them, because they've allowed us to use their space for Shabbat services, and it's very, very meaningful to us. So thank you. Now I'll go on with my speech. We are thrilled. Oh, by the way, I'm the new president of Temple Emmanuel, and you guys are used to it, but this is my very first speech, so there we go. We're thrilled to be opening the buildings, plural, today. This is a truly meaningful milestone. Temple Emmanuel's decision to collaborate with the JCC was intentional and deeply rooted in our values. After more than 64 years in Edison, it was essential for us to maintain a strong and enduring Jewish presence here, a true home for worship and community. The mission of Temple Emmanuel is to make each individual feel truly welcomed, valued, and a part of communal Jewish life. We strive to make space where everyone feels comfortable being themselves, supporting and depending on one another, and uniting together in shared experiences and purpose. Our goal is to create a powerful Reformed Jewish framework for building a truly inclusive, diverse, and welcoming community where everyone feels connected, invited in, cared for, and that they truly belong. Now, we're honored, of course, by having so many dignitaries here today. And I need to go back. As I said, I'm the new president. But there's been 3 presidents before me who've been working with Adam to make this work, and I want to thank them. I think we start with Janet Suss when the idea came to move here, and then Michael Lieber, who worked very tireless to make this finally congeal, and then Joan Ellen, who's turned it over to me, and now it's me. So again, I want to thank all those presidents. And as I said, presidents come and go. We've had these come and go. But building committees leave a lasting legacy. As Temple Emmanuel's new president, I was not part of the working development process from the beginning, which makes me all the more grateful to hand things over to Mike Lieber, who's been involved from day one as the building committee chair. I would like to take this opportunity to thank Mike for his leadership and to thank all the members of the committee, including Casey Horgan, Dana Scheckman, and Mark Linder. And you all know Mark, but unfortunately can't be here. He injured himself on Tuesday, and he's home recovering, and we wish him well. We wish him well, and Debbie Sager of blessed memory, for all their 4 years of dedicated service, sweat, tears, and hard work that brought us to this moment of joy as we kick off the Jewish New Year in style in our new beautiful home. This building will be our home for Jewish tradition with modern spirit. Thank you.
So first, I'd like to say that sitting in the front here, you don't realize that everyone behind you has moved into the shade, because I don't know how hot it was here all those years ago, but it's pretty hot sitting out there right now. So I wish I had sat a little further back, and I would know to be standing in the much cooler weather. I feel like this is a bit of an award show. Everybody's thanking the same people. As we're getting to the end, I will try to keep my speech short. I appreciate everybody for sitting through and being here today. My thank yous. First, my deepest gratitude goes out to every Temple Emmanuel congregant for their support of our long-term goals and their resiliency during this long period of uncertainty. I want to thank the countless members of Temple Emmanuel's boards who have always kept steering us in the right direction, especially Janet Suss and Joan Ellen, board presidents that have made tough decisions through adversity of the past several years. I want to thank our collaborators at the JCC and their team for our exciting new future opportunities. I want to thank Old Forge, Tyler and Nick and Ed. I want to thank Idan Levin for your dedication and your professionalism. I mean, look at what we've built. Thank you. My deepest thanks go to our building committee, Casey Horgan and Dana Scheckman, Mark Linder, and our memory of Deb Sager. Working with all of you has been a true honor. Our goal of providing for our community has been the driving force for every decision that we made, and I am certain that the results show it. As an FYI to everyone else who is not on the building committee, we will only accept positive feedback. Some of you may recall being here in that colder weather when I spoke about how people make a community, but also important is the structure itself. My mindset on that has not changed, but I had to reframe some of my thinking now that we've gone through this process. This building is a place to worship, a place to hold events and attend celebrations, but most of all, it is a place to be together, like a home. A home sees day-to-day activities without much fanfare, but upon reflection, there is a very deep emotional bond. We can all remember the first day in a new home. There was almost no furniture. Then little by little, we added touches to make it our own. Then maybe there was a child, maybe more children. There were happy times and sad times. There were lessons taught and lessons learned. Only with the passing of time are we able to reflect on it all with deep fondness. This is what this building represents, a new home. One with all of those emotional ties and meaningful memories in front of us. Temple Emmanuel has waited a long time for the day today to finally begin, and now it has. Thank you.
All right.
I'll be out of your way.
Guess I'm not on TV anymore. I would like to call two individuals, Susan Antman, the Executive Director of the Jewish Federation in the heart of New Jersey, and Suzanne Tucker, National Board Member for the Jewish Community Center Association, to say a few words.
Want me to go first? Okay. All right, thank you. Before I share my 20 pages of remarks and you all pass out, I just want to say two things. One, it's an incredible honor for me to be the executive director of the Jewish Federation in the heart of New Jersey. And I want to let you all know, and our dueling elected officials, that we care about and we're here and we serve everybody in every municipality in Middlesex and Monmouth County. So thank you. Well, it's no surprise that today is a very meaningful and joyful day for all of us. Today, we're not just cutting a ribbon, we're opening doors. Doors to new opportunities, to new connections, and a renewed commitment to our community. Getting here took a lot of vision, and yes, it took a lot of hard work. It took perseverance, generosity, creativity, and unwavering dedication. It took a lot of people, and to Adam, and to each and every one of you who played a part, thank you. Thank you for your guidance, your assistance, your belief in what could be achieved. This expansion reflects your commitment and a gift to generations who will walk through these doors after us. This expansion represents more than just bricks and mortar. Yes, there's more space to serve our seniors with programs that inspire and support them, space to welcome a synagogue that will deepen the spiritual values of so many, and space to bring even more of our community together under one roof. But more importantly, it's not just about adding square footage. It's about building something that's more lasting, a stronger, more vibrant, and more connected community. One that aligns with Federation's core mission to enrich Jewish life and strengthen bonds that hold us all together. This expansion reflects our belief that when we invest in people, in programs, and in places like this, we strengthen the very heart of our community. This JCC has always been a place where Jewish values come alive through learning, connection, celebration, and care. With this new chapter, you're expanding not just the building, but the capacity to serve, to lead, and to connect. So let's celebrate this incredible milestone and move forward together with pride, with purpose, and a renewed sense of possibility. So congratulations to everybody who made this happen, and thank you. This is for you. Adam, thank you.
Good morning. I think I'm the only thing that's standing in the way of the ribbon cutting, so I'll try and be brief. It's such an honor to be here on behalf of JCC Association of North America, our CEO, Barak Herman, and as a proud member of the Board of Directors to congratulate the Jewish Community Center of Middlesex County on this remarkable new chapter. This beautiful building that's being dedicated today is so much more than bricks and mortar. It expands the heart of this community where children can learn, older adults can connect, families can gather, and most of all, where Jewish life can continue to blossom and thrive. JCC Association is the continental network behind more than 140 JCCs and JCC camps across North America. Together, we form the largest and most diverse platform for Jewish engagement on this continent, reaching 1.5 million people every week, Jews and neighbors alike. Our role is to help strengthen each JCC and JCC camp, including this vibrant one, so that all local Jewish communities can flourish. What's so inspiring today is how the Jewish Community Center of Middlesex County is bringing that mission to life with new preschool classrooms, inclusive enrichment and therapeutic spaces, and even a new synagogue home for a cherished partner, Temple Emmanuel. On behalf of JCC Association and our movement, I extend our gratitude to the Tanzman Foundation, to our elected leaders, Lieutenant Governor Way, Congressman Pallone, Senator Deignan, Assemblyman Karabinchak and Stanley, and Mayors McCormick, Bush, Foster, and Joshi, To Middlesex's Board Chair, Robert Lipschutz, and President and CEO, Adam Glynn, and to everyone whose generosity and vision has made this possible. You have built something extraordinary, and I am so excited to be able to celebrate with you. Mazel Tov and Shana Tova.
Thank you, Susan. Thank you, Suzanne. It's interesting. And I do want to acknowledge, if they're here, two friends from our neighbor JCCs. Is Mallory here? Mallory Zipkin? Mallory, where are you? Mallory Zipkin, the associate, oh, there she is, the associate executive director of the JCC of Central Jersey and Scotch Plains, who actually grew up here and learned how to swim here. And always wonderful to have you, Mallory, and always wonderful to be with our friends and neighbors. And my friend Laura Friedman. Is Laura here? Laura's still here, and she bug out. All right, Laura Friedman, the CEO of the Birnbaum JCC in Bridgewater, who was here to be part of this celebration. Again, always wonderful to be with our JCC friends and neighbors. Before I ask Rabbi Axe to return to the podium, I need to finally acknowledge some special colleagues in our JCC community here. This JCC is an amazing place that exists in an amazing community. And that is due in no small part to an incredible group of professionals, development and program staff and facilities staff, teachers and member services staff, athletics and aquatics, people that work together changing and improving people's lives. We all wear many hats at JCCs, and my colleagues have welcomed their work and this effort with open arms and an open mind, and they have provided leadership, insight, and tireless effort under admittedly some challenging circumstances. I am fortunate to be among them and to have the opportunity to share this experience with them. Talia Tor, Scott Kuchar, Janet Slover, Melissa Gazeko, Lindsay Norman, Hannah Cohn, Corey Henry, Dushanka Mangoska, Aaron Golden, J.P. Barry, Alexa Dwornikowski, Esther Fendrick, and all of our incredible staff. Thank you, thank you. And I must particularly mention one person. Sorry. My right hand, my sounding board, my rational thinker, the one who calms me down after I throw my computer mouse against the wall, without whom I could not do what I needed to do, my friend Lori Post. You have been here with me as we navigated this project with all of its challenges and complexities. You have no idea how important you are and have been to me. And all of you have no idea what Lori has meant to our ability to undertake this project, to get to this point. And for those of you who had to deal with me on a daily basis, you have no idea how important Lori was to you. Thank you is not enough, but thank you. I know there are skeptics. I know there are skeptics who take pleasure in pointing out all of the ways, all of the times in which the JCC doesn't and hasn't executed properly. I wish I could say that the skeptics are always wrong, but they aren't and they won't be. The JCC remains a work in progress. This collaboration remains a work in progress. The community campus remains a work in progress. But like any structure, any initiative, it is never truly complete. As we move forward, the leadership will continue to call upon our better angels and continue to present a new narrative about the JCC, Temple Emmanuel, the campus, and our role in the community. One that reflects the excellence that is here and the excellence that we can attain if we continue to believe in the work and in our mission. We may not complete the structure, but we will remain steadfast in attending to the work that will ensure that the JCC, that the synagogue, that this campus is and will continue to be a sight to behold and a model that others will admire and to which others will look as they engage in their work to build a better community. With that, I ask Rabbi Axe to return to the podium to lead us in the Shehechianu, which actually means we are alive.
I thought we were going to do it as the recognition part, no? Yeah. Just want to invite the people up to.
Thank you, Rabbi, for continued instruction of me. Let me call upon the ribbon cutters. If you hear your name, come on up and bring a check. For Temple Emmanuel, Dana Scheckman. Rabbi Axe is here. Michael Lieber, Dr. Mark Rappaport, Casey Horgan, and those individuals members of the Temple Emmanuel Board of Directors. For the JCC, Robert Lipschitz, Barbara Mulgeier, Barbara Spack, Howard Zuckerman, Suzanne Tucker, Senator is gone. Oh, where is he? Senator Deignan, Assemblyman Karabinchak, Susan Antman, Marcia Schwartz, Bob Deal, and Lori Post.
Are you going to use the microphone? Because I just want to move this for pictures.
Yes.
So tell me when you're done.
Move it for pictures.
Now?
And I'm going to go like that.
Okay, better.
I invite you all to rise as we cut the ribbon, and as in doing so, we raise our voices together in the Shehechianu. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, Shehechianu v'kiyamanu v'higianu lazman hazeh. Blessed are you, Adonai, our God, sovereign of the universe, who has given us life, sustained us in life, and enabled us to reach this glorious, glorious moment. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, Shehechianu v'kiyamanu v'higianu lazman hazeh. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, Shehechianu v'kiyamanu v'higianu lazman hazeh. Tekiah Gedolah.
So now I invite all of you to come into the new building. You're going to go all the way down the hall to one of our new rooms for refreshments, and then we will be available for tours of the new facility. So come on in, welcome to the new facility. Have a nosh, have a l'chaim.
Yes.
And then we'll give you a tour if you'd like. So welcome.